Money making as we know it is dead and gone. In 2023, all the big bucks can be made entirely from the comfort of your own home. No more dreaded 9-to-5s, office commutes, or traditional workspaces. Your rags to riches story can come entirely from these online hustles, and we're going to show you how. Here are the 7 best ways to make money online in 2023. Oh, and be sure to stay tuned to the end because we'll be putting you onto an up-and-coming hustle that can easily make you over 5 figures a month with very few competitors. 1. Affiliate marketing. Starting off with a classic, we have affiliate marketing. If you've ever watched any online money-making video, you'll hear this method being mentioned. Why? Because it works. Affiliate marketing is one of the easiest, most beginner-friendly ways to get rich. On average, an affiliate marketer can make anywhere from $50,000 as a beginner to over $150,000. And that's just as a side hustle. Affiliate marketing is a relatively passive form of income, so you can easily do other jobs on the side to further boost up your monthly salary. If you're not sure what affiliate marketing is, let me break it down for you. Basically, you partner with a brand to help market their product or service. The brand will give you your own exclusive link that you will promote. In exchange, you are given a commission from any sales that are generated from that link. Cha-ching! Am I right? Many major companies like Amazon, eBay, and Rakuten all have their own affiliate marketing programs that you can join when you're just getting started. These programs, since they're from larger brands, don't offer incredibly high commissions percentages, but they have less of a learning curve. Usually, they offer around 0.5% to 5% rates. If you're looking to bigger splits, then programs like Racks would be more up your alley. These programs have multiple offers available from different brands like Walmart, Visa, Xbox, and Apple that you can sign up for. This gives you more options so that you can promote what works for you, and they offer much higher rates. Racks, in particular, gives its users $8 per successful conversion for their affiliate marketing. Now, with so many social media tools, affiliate marketing has become much easier. You can leverage platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram to push out your link to more people. You can find all sorts of audiences on socials, meaning that no matter what you're promoting, somebody will find it worth their while. Their interest is your reward. That being said, although this is a proven method to make decent money, it is also a highly competitive space. Most online moneymakers have been doing affiliate marketing for years, so it might be a bit difficult at first to find your footing. But with a bit of time and patience, it's definitely something you can master. 2. Content creation, UGC. Next up, there's content creation and UGC. It's no surprise that you can make a pretty big chunk of money from being an influencer. But did you know that you don't actually need any followers to make money from content creation? Let me introduce you to UGC. UGC, aka user-generated content, is original content made specifically for a brand that they can repurpose or use on their own social media channels. Unlike regular content creation, this sort of content doesn't require you to post it on your own pages. You make the video, you send it to the brand, and then you cash out. UGC has become increasingly popular because there's practically zero barrier to entry. All you really need is your phone, a tripod, and a video editing app to get started. Nowadays, people are starting to value authentic brand content. If you see an influencer promoting something, you usually know that they're getting a bag to do so, which might mean they don't actually like the product. That can turn people away from buying. With UGC, it's everyday people showing off how they use the product, which people can relate to. Brands are starting to take notice of this and are hiring UGC creators left and right as a result. This is the perfect time to get in the game. You don't need any past experience for this. To get started with building your portfolio, you can just film everyday items that you use around the house. Find some UGC samples online for inspiration and replicate their style, editing, and filming, all while putting your own personal twist on it. Film a few of these and you've got yourself a solid portfolio that you can send to brands. The con is that since everyone can do it, this is also a pretty competitive space. Not to mention, brands usually have an established idea of who they want to create UGC for them. For certain products or campaigns, they may just be looking at one specific demographic. That means that not every brand is going to want to work with you, or there may not always be guaranteed work. 3. Content management. For number 3, we have content management. If you're always on top of deadlines, good at talking to others, and don't mind a little research, content management is definitely something you should consider. With so many influencers rising to social media stardom overnight, there's a never-ending list of clients you can work with. Content managers are the brains behind the operation of most content creators. They help them decide what to post, how to format their videos, and other social media growth strategies. It's a decent bit of work, but in exchange, you're heavily rewarded. Most content managers make a monthly base rate, along with a percentage of all the revenue of the social media channels that they manage. And if you're able to manage a big content creator, you're going to end up with a pretty generous split. So say you're a YouTube manager. If your client manages to make $10,000 a month, and you were promised 30% of all revenue, you're taking home $3,000 that month alone. And that's just for one client. Most content managers have an entire roster of clients on a variety of different social media platforms that they work with, and they make a percentage from every single one. If you're able to build up a decent client list, you can easily be making 5-figure months like it's a walk in the park. The one negative is that there is some serious pressure here. Your clients are quite literally depending on your guidance to help them succeed, and your livelihood is directly tied to how well their social media is doing. If they have a bad month in terms of numbers, you're going home with empty pockets. And large-scale channels who consistently do well are only looking for managers who are highly experienced. So getting started can be a bit rough. You'll have to work your way up. 4. Freelance services. Being your own boss has never been easier. Freelancing is a growing side hustle. You can decide what you want to do when you want to do it. With platforms like Fiverr and Upwork housing thousands of prospective clients a day, that takes the hardest part of freelancing out of it. Buyers will find you. Not to mention, there is a need for almost anything these days. Something that you used to do as a hobby could double as a pretty profitable gig. If you like writing, you could start copywriting. Like to take pictures? Freelance photographer. Ever been told you have a soothing voice? Offer a voiceover gig. Freelancing also allows you to set your own rates and schedule. With this extended freedom, it gives you more time to combine this with other side hustles, making juggling multiple tasks a lot easier than if you had a traditional day job. The downside is that freelance is pretty demanding when it comes to deadlines. Although you do have control over how much you work, you're likely going to want to take on enough clients to line your pockets. Freelance deadlines are pretty tight. And if you take on multiple clients, you're likely going to have overlapping due dates. You have to make sure you're on top of managing all your work to ensure timely delivery. 5. Print on demand. If you've ever had a cool product idea but didn't know where to start, print on demand may be the solution. Take a look through Etsy. Do you notice how a lot of these products look similar? These cups are all the same kind with different designs on them. These t-shirts all have the same neckline. Well, that's because they're being made with print-on-demand services. If you don't know what that is, print-on-demand is an easy way for e-commerce businesses to create physical products without needing any storage or production. They provide business owners with designated suppliers that will not only hold their products and ship them for them, but also produce their products too. All you have to do is provide them with a design. So basically, you don't have to do any of the hard stuff. You just need to make things look nice. Print-on-demand services like Printify and Printful have a gallery of standard products like blank shirts, mugs, canvases, and more that you can slap your design on. You can then connect those products to your shop, like Shopify or Etsy. The print-on-demand services will then handle literally everything. When an order comes in, they'll make it and then send it to the buyer. It's one of the easiest ways to own your own e-commerce business and have physical products. The main con about print-on-demand, though, is that the rates are not always the best. With print-on-demand services hiking up the prices of their products, your profit margins aren't always the most ideal. Although you save time and money on production and storage, you also have to give a big chunk of your revenue to the print-on-demand services to offset their production and shipping costs. It may not be the most profitable business model if you aren't effectively analyzing every single cost. 6. Digital products. Speaking of e-commerce, you can also sell digital products. Many people have found great success selling digital products on sites like Etsy, Sellfy, and Podia. From planners to printable art to Google Sheets templates, there's a need for almost anything in digital products. The glory about digital products is that there's much less of a hassle in terms of selling. For most of these selling platforms, buyers are able to receive a digital download of your product instantly after purchase, making it much less likely for there to be complications during delivery. To get started, you can use one of the many free tools, like Canva, for you to design digital products. And social media websites like Pinterest are great resources to use for marketing, as they directly link to your product page. That being said, digital products are a highly saturated market. With many of the resources required to get started being so easily accessible, you're going to have a ton of competitors creating the same products as you. You really need to understand your consumers' wants and needs and differentiate yourself from others to gain success. 7. AI Automator. If you're looking to be one of the first to get into a growing industry, look no further. We all know that AI has become more and more prominent in our everyday lives. But did you know how profitable working in AI is? AI automation is an up-and-coming industry that's still not too competitive yet. So this is a great time to get started. AI Automator is a brand new role that has been growing in demand lately. With more companies pivoting towards the use of AI, there's been a ton of new openings for people with some AI expertise. There are several automation agencies that have emerged in the space that charge extremely high rates to help out businesses. But not everyone can afford these prices, only larger scale businesses. Here's where you come in. Being a freelance AI automator allows you to tap into the market of small to medium businesses, which are looking for basic automation solutions to their everyday problems, and to help streamline their organizational tasks. This is a great opportunity because these basic solutions require no prior coding or engineering experience, contrary to what a lot of people may believe. Many of today's businesses want to become more automated and run like well-oiled machines, and they're oftentimes unsure how to start. By having just some general knowledge on AI automation, you can easily capitalize off of these opportunities. Most of the time, companies are just looking for simple, no-code solutions for their everyday problems. That can include stuff like building out an automated outreach system or setting up a social media chatbot, which are all things that you can learn online via resources on YouTube. AI automators are getting paid anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 a month to implement these solutions, simply because the businesses don't have the time to research how to do it themselves. The tasks aren't hard, it's just that they can require a bit of work. The businesses are paying you for the convenience of not having to deal with it themselves, and they're paying a lot. Since you are working outside of an agency setting, you can still charge a competitive rate without being too expensive for a majority of clients, which then expands the range of who you can work with. Doing this sort of job in a freelance role also gives you plenty of room to scale your business and grow your clientele so that you can actually build out a full automation agency in the future, should you want to. As a freelancer, you have the ability to set your hourly rates to reflect the demand for your services, the workload, and how long you plan to work for each particular client. This gives you a greater sense of control over your earnings, as you have the freedom to determine who your clientele is. That means that you can pick and choose between which businesses to work with to determine what maximizes the amount of money that you can make. This also gives you the flexibility to take on as many or as few clients as you desire depending on your bandwidth, so the profit potential is quite literally limitless. One thing to keep in mind is that this sort of role is heavily client-based. You'll need to maintain consistent communication with your clients to understand what they want, onboard them with any systems that you implement, and cater your work to their needs. So if you're someone that prefers to work on their own or isn't great at providing updates on your work, you might need to brush up on those skills before diving into this field. But if you like a little variety in your workday, then you'll probably like this role. Since you'll be working with a wide range of clients, the tasks that you'll have to do will be different. Some clients might want you to build out an entire new framework for how they use AI, while others just want you to set up their Facebook chatbot. The workload depends on who your client is, and you can never fully guarantee that it'll be what you want it to be before you actually get the job. So be sure to make your rates clear at the beginning of the process in case you need to bill the client for overtime or extra work. Now that you've gotten all the details, there's no better time to start. This industry isn't oversaturated yet, so if you're able to get started quickly, then you'll most definitely be cashing in the big bucks. We've given you plenty of options, and now we want to know what your next side hustle is going to be. Is it one of these that we listed? Let us know in the comments below if any of these piqued your interest, and subscribe to our channel for more money-making tips. Thanks for watching.